Hey, what's going on, everybody? MC Andrew Love on your phone screen one more time. And welcome to another edition of Let's Chat and Jam. And this is the first episode of the Unfinished Business Takeover of Let's Chat and Jam. And of course, we had to get one of the dopest actors on that platform by the name of Adam Butler. Now, this brother plays a crooked cop. But you know what? He ain't bad in real life. That's just what he plays on TV. But anyway, this brother here is going to come and talk to us and let us know exactly what it is that he's doing and why he's doing it and where he came from. So without further ado, let's bring in Adam Butler.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Adam Butler. I play Detective Troye Madison in the Philadelphia-based web series Unfinished Business. Unfinished Business is really about the Philadelphian experience as far as dealing with the corrupt cops and crime. But in this web series, the stars, the actors, all that portray dirty cops, that we don't care about arresting nobody. We don't care about who you are. We putting our extortion game down. We got drug dealers selling our drugs for us. We looking for every easy angle. We extorting store owners, store fronts, everybody. If you doing something and we see some money and we want parts in, we just muscling everybody for this money. This is based on some true experiences, my actual dealings with the Philadelphia police in Philadelphia throughout my life. And, playing, Troye Madison. Let me explain who Troye Madison was. Troye Madison was one of my childhood friends who was murdered growing up. And, sometimes we have friends who are killed or murdered who die at a young age. And after after the funeral and, after the first couple of years, we pretend to forget about them. But for me, my friends, and my friends always live on through everything I do. So this is a way to pay homage and tribute and keep his name alive.
I could dig it.
So just let me give you a little bit more background about why Detective Troye Madison does what he does. Growing up in Philadelphia, people in the streets of Philadelphia, the city of Philadelphia, it always been a real hate for the police. You never really get no justice with the police in Philadelphia. They always got something. It's really always been, for me, I think, a real adversarial relationship. So with that being said, it's just wow. Like the web series, we be putting a lot of work in. We've been working on it since 2019. We finally, we getting ready to release it on different platforms. We got some hot episodes coming up. Season 1 is about to drop. We got season 2 in the works. I think a lot of people going to get, like I said, it's a Philadelphian point of view of how Philly really is, especially when it's going to come to the cops and the citizens.
Yeah, I watched the first episode of season 1. I'll tell you something, man. I think it's going to be worth watching. I think people are going to enjoy it, and they're going to enjoy it for what it is because they're going to see truth in it. It's going to be like imitation, or art imitating life. Instead of life imitating art, it's going to be the other way around. So let me ask you a question, man. So how long have you been acting, and what did you do before you started acting? Were you ever into music or anything?
Acting, as far as acting, this is like my first actual experience of being an actor. Me, I'm a writer for real. But I when I linked up with Mike, it was, it was needed. Bodies was needed. I created my character on the spot, the mentality of it. Then, then we did our first scene, me and Gio, who played Detective Jackson. We pretty much just clicked from the rip. So when you watch Unfinished Business, you see that energy that we have on there. Like I'm the more laid back one, and he goes. I got a nickname for him. I call him Detective Hands and Feet because he always want to put his hands on somebody. He always want to put his hands on somebody, like he's really aggressive. He's real aggressive when he's dealing with the public. So it's just like, all right. And then I'm just the more laid back one, but I'm really like, yeah, like this is, everybody thinking sort of like a play on a good cop, bad cop thing.
I could dig it.
And
I've seen a lot of movies like Good Cop, Bad Cop. A lot of movies growing up.
Yeah, but the only thing is, our good bad cop, is like it's bad than it's worse because even though he's the more aggressive one, I'm the one that's more calculating. Like, yeah, he's still gonna get you. Don't think I'm here to save you. That's not what I'm doing. I just want the money. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm being honest. Like it's just like I just want the money. I ain't really I'm not really with the theatrical, but he's gonna put the pressure on you, and I'm just gonna be like, listen, just do what he's saying. And I mean, just give it the money, and you ain't got a problem.
Yeah. Detective Troye Madison. All he wants is the money.
That's it. I'm only in it for the money. I didn't take the rule.
Getting the money, man.
No doubt. You know what I mean? Like it's like, and I say it a lot to a lot of people when we shaking them down. Like, oh, I don't want to hear none of that. Where the money at? Like, where's my money? Like that's my favorite line. Where's my money? Like, where's my money at? Like, I'm not here to be protect and serve. I protect and serve my interest, the money.
And the mic drops right here. Yeah. Explosion. I had to explode on that one. Where's my money?
Where's my money?
So the question I have for you is, why did you choose to get into acting?
Well, as we spoke earlier, I had a real mentally and emotionally traumatizing experience beginning in 2013. I was incarcerated in 2014 on false charges, and based on perjured testimony by a group of fed up police officers, and they fabricated evidence. And of course, when you're dealing with the courts, they look at, well, why they're cops, why would they have the reason to lie on you? So it was really crazy when I say mentally and emotionally traumatizing because I had my attorneys with even like, well, why would they, they was looking at me like the way what I was saying was so far-fetched to them that they couldn't, that they was beginning to try to work, I would say, against me because they wasn't doing what I was saying. And with that being said, it was just like, it was a dark and lonely struggle for 40 months. You know what I'm saying? I had to fight my own fight. I was fortunate that, I met an older gentleman. He taught me some things, how to move around the law library. And then, I'm an IT geek. I'm an IT geek from North Philly, which is an oxymoron. So the computer was how I got out of jail because the fact that I knew how to use the computer and the fact, like I said, I'm a writer. I know how to put the words together. I was able to put these, it was a trial and error essentially. But once I figured out how to put the paperwork together, I was in court every 90 days. Like I was back and forth on it every 90 days. I was really ever at my jail. I was always going to court, even if they wasn't getting me in. I was putting so much pressure on them to get me in court and start my trial that I was relentless because if that didn't work, I figured I'd come at you at another angle. Like I wasn't stopping because, when you learning that, it's like Pennsylvania has the highest turnover rate in the country, meaning turnover means people get a time back all the time, but it takes so much time because some people be allowing, some people be putting, file motions and trying to get back on appeals and it be boilerplate. Boilerplate meaning that they just copying and pasting off the motion of the, of the law book or the motion book, and then trying to apply it to their case without giving up the facts, explaining why this motion pertained to them, why which right was violated, whether it was federal or state constitutional right, what criminal procedure was violated. You know what I'm saying? Like these things are important because especially when it comes to the criminal procedure, because this is how the courts run the system. And if you can prove that they violate the criminal procedure, they try to act like, you don't know what you're talking about. But once you start putting that people together, they be like, all right, we got to do something with him. So, they try to set me up with these bogus lawyers. And some of the lawyers I paid for it and some lawyers I've appointed. But if they didn't do what I say, I get right in that courtroom. Um, she working with y'all, he working with y'all, he gotta go, she gotta go. Y'all not gonna do me like that. Like y'all not gonna violate me like that. Y'all already violated me because I already was in, state custody with serving a sentence that didn't exist. So I already got them by the balls, but they wasn't expecting me to voice that. They'd be able to, articulate that, and not only articulate it, prove it. And then, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, man, it was like I say, it was just a lot. Like, it was a lot. Like, because they wear you down. You know what I'm saying? They'll wear you down. They got so many methods, mentally, emotionally, and physically, to wear you down. I hate to have sometimes. I used to be on them so bad. They used to send, the search team to come to my cell and try to find stuff and try to see, what I mean? Even put people in my cell, that was their informants, like state informants, try to put them in my cell. No, you gotta go. You ain't in here. Like, you ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was goofy.
Yeah.
Like, it was like some real movie stuff. I'm like, yo, y'all people, my whole head, like, why you people keep playing with me? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was my biggest thing. Like, why y'all playing with me? Because, that wasn't my first time in the DOC system. So I knew how to move. You know what I'm saying? And the rule is, if a person is not from your neighborhood or you don't know them, you don't let them be, you don't move them in your cell because you don't know who that person is. You know what I'm saying? So I alleviated that by, I had people, childhood friends and people I would have knew that was in my cell, the people I could trust, because other than that, I would go to the hole. Because y'all not going to put this in. I'm not living with just anybody. I'd rather be in the hole than be in your population. And y'all think they're going to, put anybody. Because I can't tell it myself. Even though it was nothing to tell on, I can't tell it myself. And people don't understand that, I didn't really use the phone. You know what I'm saying? I only use the phone. When I use the phone, with to call my family, I need more money. And that it. When I see them, you know what I'm saying? Because it was just so goofy. Like, I couldn't trust nothing. And I didn't trust nobody. And that's how they had me. People, they were to the point where they really had to try to stand me incompetent, try to say I'm crazy, but I wasn't crazy. Y'all wasn't getting over on me.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about, it was this, like, man, it was like I said, it'd be real movie stuff. Like, it was just like real movie stuff. Like, I felt like
So that video that
I
you
felt
sent
like,
me was you in the video, and that was
yeah,
your girl, your lady
yeah,
screaming at the cop
right,
saying
yeah,
he's deaf.
right,
Is
and
that
hearing impaired, right,
hearing impaired? And
right,
then I saw that cop in that video. It's so clear, plain as day, sticking his hands in your pockets when you told him, "Get your hands out my pockets."
right.
Get your hands. But I saw him, and then I heard another cop saying, "Oh, but you're under arrest." But initially, no, and I've been dealt with cops in the past, and I know they're not supposed to just go in your pockets, especially when you're innocent. And the law says you were innocent until proven guilty. So what the heck possessed you to go in my pockets?
And you see how that was the only focus. Like, they was in, like, both of them, both pockets, not just one. I had money in both pockets, but they was in both. I had one cop on one side and one cop on the other. But the thing is, they didn't know that was being recorded, so they had to figure out a way to get around that part. They couldn't, you know what I mean? But and like I said, but in Philadelphia, it's like in the courtrooms, unless you have really concrete evidence. I had judges, man, look at the video and try to act like they ain't seen it. You know what I'm saying? After they heard the cop testify that they didn't search me, heard the cop say they didn't take no money off me, and then watch the video and try to act like they ain't see a robbery going right in place on video. A
Wow,
black judge
that's
at that.
crazy.
A black judge.
Can't argue with that. Can't argue with that. You can't argue with video, man. You on video. You busted.
Yo, he tried to
Say hello.
act,
You on camera, cop.
you know what I mean? And they couldn't beat that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was no way, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they try to make it seem like I was the resisting arrest. Yeah, you committing a robbery. And I'm trying to figure out why, you know what I'm saying? My whole thing where Y'all not, like I said, you trying to take my money, and they didn't know that they was being recorded. See, if they knew they was being recorded, they probably would have waited till they got to the police district, but they didn't know they was being recorded. So once they figured out that, they knew they was being recorded, then, like I said, they was a group of them, so they stuck their upper homies on me. So every time they had, like, even came near me, it was either argue, they trying to get me to get mad, whatever. 'Cause I used to have a temper problem, so they thought they couldn't, try to get mad. I used to be laughing at them, just grinding them up, so they used to be mad. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, well, we can't get him on nothing. He ain't no drug. They don't find no guns or no drugs. I mean, they don't find no, after that first time, I don't really even have no money. Like, I was like, don't even carry no money on me. So they was like, well, well, what we gonna do? So they started giving me these meatball misdemeanor cases. And then, like I was telling you before, I was going back and forth with them, clowning one of them. I was at court one day, and I'm clowning one of them, clowning bad in front of his co-workers and the people in the hallway. So, he started getting aggressive. I pulled my phone up. So, of course, that, they try to make it seem like I tried to, they took my phone, arrested me. Then they said allegedly I tried to intimidate three for the upper police officers that was involved with my case. Um, that was a goofy situation. They fabricated, like I said, they fabricated evidence and they committed perjury. It took me about, I think, when I went to trial for that, it was like 2016. I was arrested and set up state in 2014, but in 2015, but 2016, I had a trial for that. Um, they was acting like I didn't have no merits for this motion for them. That's what it's called, extracting the information from my phone. They didn't want to give me. They didn't want to give me the phone. But I stood on principle, like, either y'all gonna do what I asked y'all to do, or y'all gonna pick 12 and let 12 people hear what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? They hear what they're saying. You know what I'm saying? And they, and a jury trial costs money. And I'm known for that. Like, I'm known to, I don't take no deals. I'm gonna stand firm. If y'all gonna give me the time, you gotta give it to me. I'm not, we ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, when I say this was crazy, my cousin, who's my best friend, because he was saying what they was doing to me, they even try to get him to talk to me and to taking a deal for time saved. I'm like, cousin, I'm not guilty. We ain't taking no deal. You ride with me, either you ride with me or I'm not. Like, yeah, I'm riding with you, cousin, but they keep doing what they doing to you. I said, cousin, that's what. I'm already here. I'm already in. I'm already locked up. It's nothing worse. What more can they do to me? I'm already here. You know what I mean? I'm not supposed to be here. I'm in jail illegal. I didn't do none of the things they said. So it's nothing that they can do to me. They already did it. They did it already. They took me away from my family. I had a great job. I had a thriving business. You know what I'm saying? This ruined my marriage. This ruined my relationship with my son, because everybody's saying how good I was doing, and for this to happen, it's like, but Dad, what are you doing? And I wasn't really doing anything. I really was innocent. This was the one time I actually was innocent of anything they said I did. And that was probably the hardest pill to swallow, to be sitting in jail, know you innocent, and can't really get no help. My family was trying to help me, but they couldn't help me because they couldn't believe that the system would do something like this. And then not only not the system doing it, they're not doing anything to rectify the situation when they know it's clear. But you know what I mean? But my faith in, faith in God, and just been, praying, with a humbling experience, but it just made me stronger mentally and emotionally. Like I said it to you before, when we started the conversation, I was really mentally and emotionally traumatized because, when you got money and you can't get out of jail, bro, it's like it's something different. You know what I'm saying? It's different when, I was fortunate. That was another thing that was in my favor. I did have some money. So that's what, some people don't be having the money at that process. You know what I'm saying? Going through that process. They don't be having no money to pay for lawyers. They don't be having no money to pay for the paperwork, because that money, that paperwork, and the lawyers cost money, and appeals cost money. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, I was fortunate to have a great support system and a couple of dollars. I went bankrupt, but, trying to get out of jail, but, what I'm saying, it was worth it, and I can always get it. I'm working on process of getting it back.
Oh, that's good, man. So I was gonna say, did you give your time back? Did they pay you for all that
Well, they
illegal
supposed
time
to.
they made you do?
Well, right now they I think for the past 3 years they've been giving me, myself and my attorney, to run around. I have a civil attorney. Um, they try to make it seem like we didn't have no grounds, but what happened was, after I got acquitted of the with intimidation case, the case that was what that the witness intimidation case stemmed from. The case was eventually dismissed. So now with dismissed, so now what it is because that case was like still open because like I said, I was serving time for sentences that allegedly didn't exist. But you understand, but I'm in the system, in DOC system, serving time on sentences that allegedly don't exist. So once after the witness tapes, like I told you earlier, once I proved that they committed evidence, committed perjury and fabricated evidence, they couldn't use them witnesses no more. They couldn't use them in the other case because you lied here and fabricated evidence here, you lied there and fabricated evidence there, and then that would be what they call a due process violation. So they wound up dismissing that case. So now the clock had to restart. You know what I'm saying? So now, so they're dragging their feet because with this COVID and everything happening, they're dragging their feet. They're dragging their feet. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of people that are trying to get paid and they can't get paid because the courts are shut down.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Because
I can't imagine what you're going through, man.
I mean, I like, fortunately. I mean, fortunately, like I said, I had a great, great family support. I had great family support, and I came home with a plan. And I've been executing that plan. I started a business, a plant-based beverage business in Philadelphia called Donna Marie Teas, where I make beverages plant-based, meaning that there's no additives, there's no processed ingredients. That's like, and it's plant-based. If like I was telling you before, Bill Gates just got, he's beyond me. So Bill Gates is a billionaire, so he's about to make another couple billion, which is beyond me.
Wow.
So you know what I'm saying? So like plant-based, it's like it's so young. And because it's so young, it's like if a lot of people are now are, they're more conscious than ever, especially if you got this COVID pandemic. People are more conscious more than ever about their health. They even, to everything they drink, to everything they eat. And so I'm just right in line with that. I want to say I'm probably the only Black-owned plant-based beverage brand in Philadelphia area. I've been like the flag bearer of that, of plant-based beverages and plant-based drinks in Philadelphia. I make everything from regular teas. I just recently released my own brand of teas. That's made of all natural herbs and ingredients. That's real organic herbs, organic fruits. It's real fruit in it. But say like I got an apricot cinnamon. It's real apricot cinnamon. It's real pieces of cinnamon in it. It's not how you got tea bags like Lipton and Tetley where it's grounded up tea. Because if you even read it, if you go in your cabinet now, if you got some tea, read the ingredients. You know what I'm saying? Some of that stuff be containing soy. Soy is not good for men because soy raises our estrogen level. A lot of people don't know that. You know what I'm saying? Like soy is really not good for it.
It's crazy.
So, it raises our estrogen level in men. So, and plant-based, when I say plant-based, it's meaning like, it's fruits and vegetables. You know what I'm saying? It's meaning I still eat meat. Don't get it twisted. I'm not a vegetarian. I eat meat. But I know the benefits of the health benefits of eating certain vegetables and fruits together in combination. And even well as the meats, like there's certain parts of meat that you should only eat. You shouldn't eat certain parts. Like for example, you know how you got people, I don't eat dark meat. About the chicken, you don't eat dark meat. Well, it's a book that I base my business off. It's called Healing with the Prophet's Medicine. It's an Islamic dietary book. And in the book, it explains why the thigh part, the drumstick, why it's darker. I didn't know this, but it explains that it's darker because that part of the animal is close to the animal's intestine. So there's, what I'm saying? So there's more impurities in that part of it. So the best parts to eat is the breast, anything the breast and above. But you know what I'm saying? But listen what I'm saying though. You still can eat it. It's just that. Cause I have a cousin, like I said, I was talking about my cousin. That's like my best friend. Shout out to Saki Hart. That's my cousin. He's the owner of Blue Sky Enterprises. That's my right hand man. One of my biggest supporters. You know what I mean? One of my biggest supporters. He is adamant I don't eat no dark meat, bro. But I used to always ask people why you don't eat dark meat. You know what I'm saying? And nobody could tell me. But now nobody don't eat dark meat. So when they tell me that and I ask them, of course they can't tell me, then I explain it to them. You right, you shouldn't eat dark meat, and this is why. You know what I'm saying? So now so it's different now, so it's different. The book taught me so much about food.
Let me recap real quick, sir.
Yeah.
You make plant-based beverages,
yes,
and plant-based cheese.
No, I don't make plant-based teas, like
teas,
like
teas.
I'm sorry, teas. Yes.
Yeah, I'm thinking cheese, man. I'm about to get it in. All right, so
but it is some plant-based teas though, MC Andrew. Though, you just gotta look for it. Whole Foods, you can find them at places like Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, and even Aldi's have them.
Okay, Whole Foods, Trader Joe's. So plant-based beverages. So these beverages like juice and soda and stuff, or just all tea?
I got juice. I have juices. I make smoothies. I have teas. I have water. I actually have a water. I've been just promoting a water called chlorophyll water. Chlorophyll is what makes the plant green, right? But chlorophyll in the human body is just like it's just like at the trying to think what blood cell it is. I want to say the red blood cell. It's similar to the properties of the red blood cells. So chlorophyll in the human body, it cleanses our blood. For people who are anemic, it helps with that. It increases the iron level and it flushes the system out in a different way. But it cleans the inside of
really
your body.
help with like high blood pressure and stuff.
Right, I got a tea, and I have something for that too. Like it's hibiscus tea, a tea called hibiscus. It's not known commonly in the United States. It's not really called that in the markets. It's called sorrel, SRREL. So sometimes when you go to look for hibiscus, it's not called hibiscus. It's called sorrel.
So how can one order some stuff from you? If somebody wanted to order some stuff from you, how can we do that? You have links?
You can go to my my website, Donna Marie. I'm a website. I'm sorry. My Instagram page, Donna Marie Teas _LLC. I'm currently in the process of adding my products to my wife's website because she's already up and running.
How do you spell that on your Instagram? Because I've been trying to figure this out.
Okay. Donna Marie, DONNA.
Donna Marie.
Yeah, Donna Marie. Teas, TEAS _LLC.
Okay, and this is Donna Marie is your wife's name?
No, Donna Marie is my mother. I got a backstory with that as well. My mom was been a hustler, like she has been an entrepreneur most of my life. So, in honor of that, I put my mom on this business because if I put my mom name on it, no matter the failure is not an option, and I can't quit. So I gotta go. I gotta see her all the way through because her name is on it. She ain't gonna let me quit because she never quit in anything she did. Right. That's me. That's me.
Yeah, I followed you, man. Followed you, and I'm gonna check you. I'm gonna order some stuff from you because I'm really interested in changing my health and getting back on track. And I could use anything possible out there that can help my body heal itself.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, so I'm definitely looking for that, man. So let me ask you a question, dude. What is your favorite thing to do? Like, what do you like to do? Like when you're not making movies or films and you're not doing the tea, what other hobbies or interests you like to do?
I mainly like I'm not even gonna hold you, Matt, MC Andrew. Everything for the last 3 years has been right about my business. So I only really be doing like in my downtime. I spend a lot of time with my wife. I enjoy spending time with my wife. She's an entrepreneur, so we always bouncing ideas off each other. So it's like 24/7. I'm thinking of ways to improve my business. I also help other, I give advice to other entrepreneurs when they ask me. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes that gets to be a burnout too because they don't want to do the legwork that I did.
Oh, okay. Well, as an entrepreneur, if that's trying to be a CEO of any type of business, there's always going to be work to do. Like even me, I'm doing this show, and I have to be at work. I have to plan the show out. I have to call the guest up to see, to meet them beforehand. I got to stay busy, but my busy work is productive work. I feel like when I end the show and I got a show wrapped up and I'm able to send it out to all these platforms that I utilize, I feel like, yeah, man, I did my thing. And
yeah, I've
you're
been
right, man.
watching you for a minute. Like I enjoy watching some of your, some of the episodes you've done previously. And I'm like, wow, like this is a great platform. And I mean, I got to know, like, before we started talking, I told you I'm gonna introduce you to as many people from my hood, from my city as possible. Because I think that, this is a great platform, and it'll be a win-win for everybody involved.
Oh, definitely be a win-win-win for everybody involved. And speaking of win-win-win, I'm gonna have to say thanks for coming through, man. I do appreciate your time, and I do appreciate your story and your triumphant story. Maybe it will be a triumphant story because I really want to see you get your justice from your injustice that was done to you. I think you are a very good dude. You have a great personality. I like the fact that you're a go-getter and you don't let nothing stop you. It makes it awesome.
Can't let nothing stop you.
Yeah.
You can't be that way. Like, you know what I mean? Because nobody respects a quitter.
Yeah. Well, we're going to take a little break right now, and we're going to come back in a few minutes or after this little brief video. So check out this promo clip from Unfinished Business. Yeah, check this out right now.
Count that fucking money, dog.
You told me no, you want to be here soon. Y'all play too much. That's that nigga right there.
Man, cook this shit up, man. What's going on so we can get the fuck out of here,
man? Like, what the fuck?
Like, I ain't gotta stop fucking playing, you feel me? That shit up, yo. Count that shit up.
Stack bread. Fucking gold.
Get the fuck down. Get the fuck down.
No.
Get the fuck down.
Bad bitches.
Yo, that was great. I enjoyed every minute of that. That was a dope video. Man, I'm looking forward to season 2, but I'm looking forward to seeing the rest of season 1. Yeah, because the first episode had me on a cliffhanger. Now I can't wait to see what happens to episode 2. I'm really like, I love the good guys, but this type of show makes you like, damn, there's one guy worse than the other. So it's like, okay, all this one cop wants to do is get the money. He's not trying to kill nobody. He just wants the money. Absolutely. And when the other cop is like, yo, I'm taking him out, man. He's got to go. He's got to. Yo, this is the type. It reminds me of this other movie I watched, Menace to Society, when it had almost the same premise. You had 2 bad guys. One was worse than the other. So you started like, oh, I gotta like hang with this other bad guy. Is not so bad. All he wants is the money. Right. Is that not so bad? It kind of like that's not reality. Reality is if you're a bad guy, you're doing bad things, karma comes back to you. And that's what happened to the guy in the movie. If y'all didn't see that movie, for your young folks, you don't even know what Menace to Society is. I suggest you go Google
it. Facts.
Yeah, so Philadelphia is the 215. Yes, you guys got a lot of dope artists out there, and shout out to Rel G's in the 215.
Shout out to Rel G's.
Shout out to Mike. Shout out to Mike for putting this together, and I can't wait because at the end,
Mike got a great vision, man. Me and him, You know, I didn't take late night calls. You know, I used to work overnight. So me and him used to bounce. I was like his sounding board. So he used to be bringing some great dope ideas. And I'm like, yeah, well, and he's real open to suggestion. That's what I like about him the most. Like if you can add something to what he's doing, he's not, oh no, that's my thing. He's not like that. He's not that type of director. He's not that type of producer. If it sounds good to him, and of course I'm good with putting stuff together. And he's like, well, put that on. We're gonna forget. They always tell me, hey, I'm gonna forget, man. Put that on. Like type that up and send it to me so that way we can have it. And we wind up putting it together. And then even but as far as him, like working with him, being a first experience, man, he just got a great, like his vision is dope. Like, and I really like Mike. That's my man. We like, and the crazy thing about this, MC Andrew, is that all of us was complete strangers when we started this project. No one knew each other. The only two people, my little cousin, businessman Charlie, and my young, and a guy, he's not my, I ain't gonna call him my young boy, but we grew up together, but he's younger than me. Skeet, I brought them two in. They're two guys that I knew them before they got on the web series, but everybody else, they was like, we were strangers. Me and Chio, we like this. Me and London, we're close. Everybody's close on this. Everybody on the web series is close. Even the people who fell off, for whatever personal reason, we always like a family. You know what I'm saying? And we just, in Philly, you don't really understand how hard that is to come up where you get all these different personalities and they click because, Philly, if you have some type of success or some type of you're popping a little bit in Philly, people egos get super big, man, and their head get big and they start to talk crazy to people, down look on people, and that's why so much conflict and stuff going on now. So it was this project been a great project to be a part of.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to when you guys are able to shoot. But yeah, Get Money Films LLC. And then what is it? The Dent TV? Is that what it's called?
Dentless TV? He's on Dent TV. That's one of his platforms. Dent TV. He has Dent TV. He has Street Sounds video show. We're the only web series that have an app on both Apple and Google Play Store. We're on Roku. He said we just recently I know we're on Roku. I'm tripping. He just told me all this stuff just before I got on this show. But you're on like a couple streaming platforms. A lot of them. We got a lot of stuff going on. He's you can catch some clips of Unfinished Business in between the Street Sound video show every Thursday night at 11. We on there for like an hour, you know what I'm saying? So you can catch little previews and clips of Street Sound, Unfinished Business on Street Sounds. And then, we got some other stuff. He got some other things in the work. He's working, he's doing big things. The boy got a great vision. Shout out to Mike B.
Yeah, Mike B just told me that he would like to re-air these videos on Dent TV. Mm-hmm. And so I'm very excited about that. So your takeover is going to be on Dent TV. It's going to be so great, man. It's going to be so dope. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah.
That's going to be big.
Yeah. So, this has been a win. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you could check out Street Sounds. It's on Verizon and Infinity. It's on Verizon, I think, 9666 and 66, and then it's on Infinity, 96, 66 and 66, and it's on Verizon, channel 29 and 30. Every 11 p.m. we on there every Thursday.
This is in Philadelphia.
This on Philadelphia area cable.
All right. So Philadelphia area cable, those are the channels. Make sure you tune in and check it out. You're going to enjoy what you watch because it's entertainment television.
No doubt. And they can also go to the Unfinished Business. We have a website as well. So he has he's making sure that there's no way you don't see Unfinished Business.
Yeah, I'm glad, and I'm looking forward to watching the rest of the episodes because the first one had me on this cliffhanger. Now I'm like looking forward to the episode number 2. I wish you would have just sent me all the episodes in one email.
Everybody say that. Yeah,
Mike, why do you do that to me?
Like, that's why, man. Everybody. I mean, even when we was dropping little clips after he was done, like everybody people that I know personally on my pages, on my Instagram page, like, yo, like when it's going to try. And I used to be looking like, you know what I'm saying, if we ever going to get it done, because we was working around people's schedules. One of our cast members was murdered. Shout out, rest in peace, Blue Nose. She was murdered, after her first episode that she did with us, and then she was murdered. So that, it was like, and her and Linda was real close. So that was like, we had to, like, it really was a bummer because she had such great energy. She was young. She was, she was a nice woman. She was a nice young woman. It wasn't like, it's on it to like, why her? You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? Like, we really, at that time we had a crazy momentum. We was shooting regularly. Like, it was the winter, summer, we was shooting, and then that just like sort of like gave everybody like a body punch. Like, damn, you was just with somebody. Then you looking there like, well, who, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this real? You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That's one of the realities of, living in Philadelphia. Like, it really, you know what I'm saying? It's just sad that people just losing their lives the way they losing them.
And it's sad. My aunt lives in Philadelphia. And she living over there on North Hollywood Boulevard. You're familiar with that little area? Yeah, Hollywood. North Hollywood Street. Yeah, and I went over there to see her that one time I was in Philly, and I'm like, man, you got to move up out of here.
That's Floyd Town. It depends on where we're at, but you know what I'm saying? But I know, like, it's like Hollywood Street runs, and if it's in North Philly, then I'm pretty sure I know where the area. But it ain't always used to be that way. Like, growing up, it was where, like, North Philly was just live, like, it was love. It was more so, if you was I don't say thorough anymore because that's the burnt, people, anybody that label. But if you was official.
Yeah.
But if you was official, you can pretty much go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? And it was just about, you get money. All right, if you were third, you do official, people would, you could get money anywhere in the city. And and it was about linking up. It wasn't about what it is now. Like, now, people will kill you for just because they want to get Instagram views.
Oh, wow, that's crazy. Okay, so let me ask you now, do you have any other projects in the works other than Unfinished Business? Are you acting anywhere else?
No, not really. No, I don't have any other projects as far as acting. I'm just mainly, and I'm not doing, involved with Unfinished Business. I'm really just growing my business. I also have another business, 215_couture_socks, where I sell designer socks and clothes, fashion. I share my little passion with fashion, just in little ways. I mean, I be grinding, bro. That's all I do is grind. I don't do too much. I just grind.
Well, do me a solid, man. Can you text me all your links to everything, and then that way I'll add it to the YouTube description. So when I post this on YouTube, YouTubers will know where to go, and they can just hit the link. Yeah,
I got you.
Yeah, that's one thing I love about YouTube is that the links are clickable, and like this other platform I used to use for this show, the links were not clickable.
Okay.
So I was like, oh, this is not good. But YouTube, the links are clickable. So folks, make sure you look in the description down below and go check out this brother's teas, man, because I'm telling you, you're going to be so refreshed when you have some of these teas that he's got, especially when you have them cold. Yeah, you can make them.
Yeah, I have a lot of different, I have, I really it took a long time to develop that, a long time and a lot of money. You hear me? It took a long time and a lot of money to get these teas. I have for people who like chocolate, I have a chocolate tea. It's crazy.
Did you say crazy. You have a chocolate tea?
I have a chocolate tea, bro. I have a chocolate tea. Yeah, with real chocolates in it. Yeah. With real pieces of chocolate in it.
I love chocolate, man.
I got you, bro. I got you. I got that. I have that's probably gonna be one of my biggest sellers. I have a tropical tea. It tastes really good. You can make that and drink that, whether it's hot or cold. Any of my teas, you can drink them. Once you brew them, you can perform. You prefer to drink them hot, you can drink them hot. If you prefer to drink them cold, you can drink them cold. I have a tropical tea. I have I have a really good I got a lemon mint. I got a lemon mint tea. I have a
My,
hibiscus mint tea.
my
I
wife
have
loves tea, man. She's definitely gonna be on this like hotcakes.
and I have a cranberry orange tea. I have a
Wow.
cranberry orange tea. Everything that I'm describing to you is the actual herb. It's not no. It's actually the herb or the actual fruit inside the bag. There's no artificial anything in none of my products.
Now these are dried fruits, right?
Huh?
These are the dried fruits. They're the real
Right.
fruit. You dry
Yeah,
them
dry.
and then you add the water and then you
Right.
get all the stuff out of it. All the
Exactly. You hit it right on the
nutrients
nose.
and
You
every
hit it right on the
the
nose.
vitamin
Exactly.
C's,
All that.
everything that comes in there
Mm,
because it's dry. So you didn't.
absolutely.
It's not like burnt out of it like a coffee bean.
No.
Oh, this is awesome, man! I can't wait to try some of these teas, man. I'm gonna put a lot of people on them. Hey, by any chance, do you have any promotional videos for your teas?
I sent them to you. I sent them to you from off of YouTube. I have
Yeah,
one.
man.
I mean, not YouTube. I'm sorry. I sent it to you off my Instagram page.
Yeah, I definitely would like to check out these videos and maybe repost them, especially on my YouTube videos. I
No
think it
doubt.
would be dope to add them to some of my shows so people
I
can
appreciate
actually.
it. Yeah, I
Yeah,
appreciate
I
that. I
even do
gotta
that on this show too. Check this out. You can see his video for his teas in this show. So make sure you keep watching the interview. You'll see the
yeah.
video. It'll pop up.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Like I said, I'm currently relocating from Philadelphia to DC. So, DC, the DMV area. I've done a lot of research. My wife is from this area, so it's the people here, like they're really into that here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's easier. Like I found a market for my product, and it's not a hard in Philadelphia. It's just that I was advising in front of my little cousin. He has a business too. It's called Herbal Dads. Shout out to little Stacy, Herbal Dads, but his more about he's selling mushrooms and telling people the benefit of mushrooms, right? But I was telling them that, it's a hard sell. Like, see how you already drink teas or you know about tea because your wife are in the tea. So it's not really a hard sell. But a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, they're so used to, oh, well, I'm going to pay $5 and $10 for a tea because it's not what you're buying off the shelf. These teas are not what you're buying off the shelf. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, you know what I'm saying? If you, like I said, if you take the tea bags, the tea that you buy from the store and you look at the ingredients, you'll see all the artificial ingredients that's added to it. That's how they're able to make it so you can afford it at that price. You know what I'm saying? If it can't, you know what I'm saying, affordable at that price. But once I get to the level where I will make it where though you can't beat quality over quantity nowhere. You know what I'm saying? No one never really, when Louis Vuitton tells you that's $960 for their pair of sneakers, they're paying $960 for the Louis Vuitton sneakers. Well, Donna Marie Teas, I've been saying this from the beginning. My brand is similar to Starbucks. My brand, that's how I take it. Starbucks, the Chick-fil-A, the Louis Vuitton, the Gucci, like this is top of the line. And you're going to pay just like people pay $5 for a cup of coffee at Starbucks. You're going to pay $5. You're going to give me $5 for my drinks. And once you take the benefit, and not because not only does it taste good, it's good for you. So that's the big difference. You know what I'm saying? In Starbucks, I say Starbucks because Starbucks go out their way to source the best quality coffee bean to serve you. I'm doing the same thing. I'm just a small business. Currently, I'm a small business and I'm black owned. But eventually, I'm gonna hit that lick, and when I hit that lick, it's gonna be on. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
all
Because
in, man.
that's why I'm
I'm
grinding.
all in for Donna Marie Teas, man. I'm all in.
Yeah,
All
man.
in.
I appreciate
Let's
that.
get it. Let's get it.
I appreciate that. No,
Yeah,
man. But yeah,
yeah. I
anything
can't.
else?
Yo, I'm all about supporting my brothers, man.
Yeah, I
Especially
appreciate that.
my black-owned businesses. I think we all should do our part and support
Yeah.
one another.
Yeah.
And I'm with it, man. I want some of that tea right now. I want my tea to be in this cup.
I can't, I gotta get home because I got people like hitting me up now, like yo, like when we trying to, I just posted something. I just, I post daily, because the biggest thing about when you go on to Donna Marie Teas, my page, is that I educate you on the benefits of why you should buy my products. I think that's more important to me than anything, because I don't want you to think that I'm trying to not let's get over, but I'm just, this is why. This is the why. This, well, how people, as a consumer, we like, but why should I buy it? I'm giving you the answer to the why. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm giving you the answer to where you, and then you're on my page, so now you know where to buy it, and then you can, and I'm gonna get it to you. And once you put your order in, I'm gonna get it to you expeditiously. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Oh
man.
yeah,
That's pretty dope.
Andrew, I'm sorry, I didn't even talk about that. Like, I'm also a plant-based chef, right? So that was that's an idea that I plan on doing, but I also do meal prep, you know what I'm saying? And I do meal prep, and I teach people, you know what I'm saying, how to eat plant-based. Because I think,
Yeah, I
you know
see
what I'm
your
saying, like
chocolate tea in there.
yeah, that's the chocolate tea. Yeah, that's the chocolate tea. No, man, it took a
I got to
long
double
time for
tap
me to
on
get to
that and
that
show
level.
a love on that picture.
Yeah, because it took a long time for me to get to that level to where, though, like I said, it took a lot of R&D, research and development, and money and time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm well particular about how I present my product and how, you know what I'm saying, because what my thing is, it got to look. I always wanted presentation is everything. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to taste, okay, yeah, it's a good product, but I gotta make it where you want to buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel like you feel left out if you don't drink Donna Marie Teas. That's how I want to be. You know what I mean? So I want to be at a point with Donna Marie Teas is when, people in a social gathering and they be like, well, we got tea. What kind of teas you got? And they be like, such and such. If it ain't Donna Marie Teas, I don't want it. That's how I want my people to be. You know what I mean? If it ain't Donna Marie Teas, I don't want it. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I took the time out to make sure that. But I've been doing really well, fortunately. And I've been doing really well. The pandemic has slowed me down because I do a lot of events in the spring and summer. I do when they host pop-up events, throughout Philly. I done travel as far as Jersey, down here to DMV. I traveled a lot of different places all over the city, Jersey, Delaware, down here in Maryland, you know what I'm saying? In this area, selling my drinks, and I always got a great review, you know what I'm saying? But when it starting out, I didn't really realize how important it was to have a website. My wife is teaching me that because once you do an event, and they're in DC or they're in the DMV or they're in Jersey or like you up where you at in Buffalo, you don't have there's no way for you to get if I'm filled up your base. So there's no unless you come and my teas and my drinks are perishable. I can't you know what I'm saying? Like to try to ship it, you know what I'm saying? And ship it, I would have to freeze it and then ship it to you. Of course, when you freeze it, that brings the weight up. That's way more.
So you telling me, bro, that you cannot ship it to Syracuse? I'm
No,
only 4 hours away.
No, I'm talking about when I was doing it in the drink form. The beverage already ready to drink, ready to drink.
I got you.
I have what you call. I have tea. I have the teas that you send on my page. And then I also have a ready to drink option, which is already in a bottle, already made. You know what I'm saying? So that was the issue for me because my whole thing was if I ship it to you, I want you to get it in the same quality as if I made it that same day. I couldn't provide that, so I didn't offer that. So now with the teas, it allows me to get it to you. It allows me to get the product to you. You can make it to sub. You can make it how you like it. And you still get the same quality if you get it if I made it for you.
I could dig it, man. I could dig it. And so that's why now it's in a tea bag so you can ship it out. And when I brew it, it's just like you brewed it at your place.
Exactly.
I can't wait, man. I'm so excited. I can't wait to try myself a nice cup of chocolate tea, a Donna Marie chocolate tea.
Yeah, I'm gonna get it to you.
Oh my God, I'm so
going back
excited.
to Philly tomorrow. I'm going back to Philly tomorrow, so I gotta get orders together, and I gotta bring that stuff back here with me so that way I can ship everything. I'm gonna ship it from Philly, but so I can when the orders come in, I can ship it out.
So you have the business in Philly.
Yeah. Well, no,
where you make your teas is in Philly.
Yeah. Well, what it was, like I said, I didn't bring everything. I came I came to DC to secure employment. So I wasn't looking to make no money down here as of yet. I just wanted to secure employment and I bring everything with me. But now, because I have people hit me up like crazy, I got to bring that stuff with me when I come back. I'm back and forth between DC
Yeah,
and
I'm
Philadelphia.
telling you, dude. It's you gonna be making it big before you know it. Next thing you know, you're gonna be living in a 5,000 feet mansion.
Yeah, man. I
Yeah,
mean, that's like
you and your
the
wife are
goal.
gonna be living on a yacht
Yeah. But I
in
mean,
in the
the ultimate goal for
Caribbean.
me is, is like the ultimate goal, though, to be honest with you, Andrew, I want to retire my mother to let her kick her feet up. You know what I'm saying? So she ain't got to work no more. That's one of, like, that's the ultimate goal, kick the feet up, provide for my wife, take care of my family. My sons, I have two sons. They both, my oldest son, they both business majors. Both my sons are in college. My oldest graduate this year. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I know that, they're in business because of me. I know what I'm saying? Even though it might not be my business that they want to do, but they are in the same direction because that's naturally us. We're a hustler. We get it from my mother. I get it from my father. I come from a family of hustlers, legal and illegal. That's this, and it's natural. We go getters. It's natural. I've been saying it all my life.
Oh, I could dig it, man. I could dig it. And I got a lot of respect for you, my brother. I got a lot of respect for a man that raises his kids with respect and dignity and a work ethic and the grind.
Yeah,
Teach the kids the grind.
it got to be natural. You know what I'm saying? Like, my sons are so much like me. And, it was funny because I remember when my father passed away in 2010, but I remember like growing up and like me coming of age and, having a conversation with my dad. And he'd be like, where you think you get this from? Like, why you think that you the first person that ever did this, the X, Y, and Z? And I'm like, you know what I'm saying? And not understanding it as a kid then. So then when my sons became of age and stuff like that, and I'm be looking at them and they thinking if we're going to stand, I'm just looking like it's funny because my sons are the human form of my different aspects of my personality. And you be looking like, man, I really act like that. I'm like, yeah, you do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you do. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I think, being raised a certain way, what I'm saying? I think being raised a certain way, coming from the environment that I come from, I come from, like I told you before, I come from two of the most notorious blocks of, in North Philadelphia, 17th and Jefferson, 15th and Styles. We were raised different. You know what I'm saying? You see things different. You were just exposed. Like I know millionaires people who made millions doing anything in the streets and still doing anything in the streets. And you see how they move. Like you see the things you live and you learn, but you watch what made them successful. So a lot of people, when I walked away from the streets, they was like, well, how did you went to do it? I had to explain to a lot of my friends that it's nothing different. It's just a different product. Same principles, different product. Even when I was in college and I was taking business management courses, I'm looking at, okay, y'all naming it this and that, but I already know how to do this. You know what I'm saying? I already know how to market it. I already know how to promote. You know what I'm saying? Y'all just giving me the names to it, but I already been doing it. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about I'm coming from being on a block of 30 hustlers. You know what I'm saying? You got to be a salesman. You got to be a marketer, a good marketer, because you got your own clientele and we all selling the same product. So what make one person different from the other? Your mouthpiece.
Wow. Makes a lot of sense. Yo, I gotta do a siren. I gotta do an air horn on that.
Yeah, man. I can sell water to a well when I tell you that. I mean that. Salt to a snail, for real. I learned it. Like I learned it. I perfected it. You know what I mean? So it's like it's real natural. It's not something that I have to act, try hard to do because I've been doing it. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing it since I was, I left home. I left my mother's house at 16 because I thought I was grown. So I've been on my own since I was 16. I'm 40. I'll be 44 tomorrow.
I can relate, dude. I had the same experience. I had my first kid, though. My first kid was born just before I turned 16.
Wow.
And then I moved in with my kid's mother. And then, I eventually moved back in with my mother, eventually. Because my mother was like, I told you so, Andrew. I told you so. You should have listened to me.
Yeah, fortunately for me, I never wanted to give my mom the opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I never want to give my mom the opportunity to say, so even though she's been there, as I got older, she, especially when I started my business, she's one of my biggest supporters. I know she's proud. I know that she's happy that she don't have to worry about them type of phone calls no more. And that's the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the biggest thing. I mean, to know my mom is happy that, I'm doing what she envisioned for me to do when she had me. And that's, like I said, that's like one of my biggest motivation. And the life that I once lived, you can't tell me that I'll be 44 I'll be 44 tomorrow. Like I said, you couldn't tell me
well,
20
happy
years
early
ago.
birthday.
Yeah, thank you. You couldn't tell me 20 years ago I'd be doing what I'm doing. I'll be alive. Not only be alive, but you know what I'm saying, be functional mentally and emotionally and doing the things that I'm doing now. Like, this is something, like, everything has really been out of my comfort zone. It was the first time me doing everything that I've been doing.
Wow. But I'm 44 too, by the way.
Oh yeah,
I'll
that's
be
the, I mean, it's a
I'll be
blessing, bro. You hear me?
45
It's a
on
blessing.
March 4th.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so we
That's
both
why
are
we get
Pisces, man.
along. That's why we click so well. We get the same energy. I hear that.
Yeah,
I hear that. I hear that. I
yeah,
like that, man. I like that. And
yeah,
you know what I mean? Yeah,
yeah,
that's big energy. You know what I mean? That's
yeah.
big energy.
Everybody says I got a lot of energy, and I try to
That's
show it on
definitely,
this show.
definitely,
I like
definitely.
when I have music when I have music on. I like to bounce up and down like this.
Yeah,
You
yeah, man.
know,
I definitely,
I
I know
like to
what
do
you mean.
chair aerobics.
Yeah, I
That's
know
what I
what you
do on
mean.
the show. When I have artists in here, I go crazy, man. I go
Yeah, I know.
crazy.
I've
This is
seen
the
the show.
calmest I've been since
Yeah.
I started making this show. This is the calmest. This is weird.
I've been told I had that effect. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm trying to
I've been told
relax.
I had that effect, bro. Listen, real
Yeah,
rap,
you like
like
a
in
calming
certain
effect, man.
situations, yeah, I've been told I had that effect. You know what I'm saying? Especially in kind of hectic situations. I mean, I've been told I had that effect. You know what I'm
Yeah. Hey, let me speak to America real quick. Hey, America, it is I, MCN Love. You know who I am. It's Let's Chat and Jam, but you know where we are. This brother right here is Adam Butler,
saying? How y'all
Detective
doing? Troy Madison.
Troy Madison. Why I
Madison.
was going to say Madison. I don't know where I
Yeah.
was going to say
Troy
that from.
Madison. You
Troy
know what I mean?
Madison,
Right.
Detective Troy Madison from
Unfinished business.
Unfinished Business web series. And Mike B, Get Money Films LLC is behind that. And you can find their stuff on
Yeah.
unfinishedbusiness.com, right?
We got unfinishedbusiness.com. We have unfinished_business_web series on Instagram and Facebook. Like I said, if you follow Mike B on Get Money Films LLC, you'll see a lot of stuff for the web series, everything he got going on with the web series, as well as the website. The links to the website is on there. We got a lot of things going on. Follow us. I tell you, this is probably going to be the biggest thing as far as web series from Philadelphia that people ain't saying it. If we don't get a Netflix Hulu deal, I don't know who to save it. Real rap. If we don't get a Netflix Hulu deal or some type of deal from that show, I don't know who to save it. That's real rap.
You're gonna be on you know what? F all that. Don't go to Netflix. Don't go to Hulu. F all that. Go to Tubi TV.
Tubi. I'm
It's
gonna tell
always
Mike
free.
that. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
tell Mike that.
Tubi
I don't think he has
TV
Tubi. I
and
don't think
or you know what's even better? There's another app out there called oh shoot. It's on. I have it. I download Pluto TV.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah, Pluto. Yeah, because I know and be crazy, right? He be networking so heavy. I wouldn't be surprised if he already got some type of joint contact and conversation with them in the work. That boy be grinding, man. That boy be grinding hard.
yeah, Pluto TV
Mike
would
B be
definitely
grinding
get
hard.
you.
My boy be grinding real hard,
You
man.
could definitely get a whole channel. You get a whole channel for Pluto TV, man.
Oh, I didn't know that,
Yeah.
but you know what I'm saying. I had just seen it was a guy, he won the Emmy for called Small X, and it was I was reading up on him, and they was talking about how he has a podcast series like a I want to say a web series, but it's a pod series. But it's it's
Okay.
you know what I'm saying. Not like I sent the link to Mike like, yo, that's a great move. Let's see if that we can get in that lane too, because he know, you know what I'm saying, not so much to overwhelm him, but if we can get it on as many platforms where there's no way you don't see unfinished business.
Yeah, that's the
Everybody can
Unfinished
see
Business
unfinished
is a
business.
podcast. All you need is the audio version of it, and
Yeah.
then that's easy to get because you already got that. And so you take the audio version and you take it, put it together, and you create it like a wave format, and you send it out and you upload it to the players, and then that's how you get your podcast. But you could actually get a deal with either iHeartRadio or Spotify.
Oh, okay.
Spotify is doing exclusive podcasts, and I'm thinking Unfinished Business, because when you record Unfinished Business the podcast, all don't have to be there. You could record your part, somebody can record their part, and then you put it together the way you want to put it together in the script. So everybody records their scripted parts. Everybody records their scripted parts at the studio, and you do it all at one time. And you record these scripts as though you were in the scene.
Yeah, that's dope.
Like this, you record these scripts as though you're in the scene, and you record your parts. I'm talking about all your parts. And then the next artist, they come in, they record their parts. Now, if you got a big enough studio, you could actually have at least 3 or 4 people in all at one time recording their parts at the same time. So now I can then hear you talking because you're going to play it back for me, and then I can respond just the way I'm supposed to respond on the screen.
Wow.
So that's how you record your podcast.
Yeah, you on something like that.
That's how you record your podcast.
But he's going to see this,
safely.
And he's going to watch it. Like, he's going to see this. When he sees it, when you send it to him, he's going to be like, "Yeah, I'm on that." He's going to be like, "I'm on that."
It's easy, man. It's not hard at all. It's not hard at all, man. And then when you get the parts you want, and this is the thing, when you record your parts more than once. You record the same line at least 20 times.
Man,
just over and over again. Because then you'll take the best parts of that, the best ones, and you use that for the finished product.
Listen, he does that already. You don't know how many times we'll go over and we'll shoot. Like, he'll do that to you. Like, no, that was good, but I want to do it again just to make sure you do it. You know what I'm saying? Mike is that type of director. So yeah, don't give him no more ideas with that, because he already does that. You know what I mean? But and as well as that, like, any aspiring actors or actresses that's interested in becoming part of the series, shoot us, you know what I mean? Shoot a DM or email to, getmoneyfilms@gmail.com or at Gmail at getmoneyfilms, getmoneyfilms on Instagram, as well as Adam Butler Doe on Instagram. And we'll try to see if we can figure out a part character, just do an audio, like a sound test to see if you can be part of the scenes. We always look up for more talent.
Yeah, and I did tell Mike, I spoke to him on the phone, and I said to him, "Hey man, if you need somebody, an extra face, I'm willing to put myself in there, and I'm willing to."
All right, well,
I told him,
don't
you ain't even gotta pay me, bro.
They left.
All you gotta do is feed me, man. As long as there's food in the area, I am. And make sure I got some of that chocolate tea in the dressing room. I got you. And then we all be straight.
The weather about to break. The weather's about to break. So, we hoping to get some, do a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Of course, COVID is just so, the COVID and all the restrictions in Philadelphia is wild. But, Philly is opening up. But, me and Mike, we've talked about, sometimes like you just might have to do, like I pick the locations and where they at, because, we want to show different parts of Philadelphia. It's not just in North Philly or it's West Philly or South Philly. I shoot. And I be, when I move around the city, I always be scouting, but I do location scouting. I left this out, not purposely, but it just came to me just now. Prior to 2014, me and a friend of mine we was putting together a web series called Paper Street. And, with Paper Street, it was mainly about two brothers who, one was the older brother. He was coming home from prison. The younger brother, he was holding it down for him while he was in jail. So when he came home, the young brother trying to put him on, but the older brother, he was stuck in his ways. But long story short, everybody that was involved with that, we all we got locked up. So that,
Wow.
so all the footage that we had, it just evaporated. But all the locations that I scouted and all that stuff is in here. So, me and Mike always, you know what I'm saying? So when we bouncing up an idea, we want to shoot the next scene, I usually say, well, let's shoot it here or let's shoot it here. And he usually, if he like it, I send him a picture of a video of it. And if he likes it, he said, that's a go. So, we work together a lot. Like, what I'm saying? As far as the creative part of it, me and Mike really work together a lot. All of us do. You know what I'm saying? But But like really, it's just like far as setting a tone for the scenes and stuff like that, man. Mike really just be sitting together and just putting our heads together.
I could dig it, man. I could dig it. Well, hey, man, thanks for coming in. I do appreciate your time, man. I really do.
Appreciate you having me.
Yeah,
I
and
appreciate you having me.
now that you've been here, now you're part of the Let's Chat and Jam fan.
I appreciate that.
Me casa, su casa.
Yeah, I'm honored.
Yeah,
I'm honored
and
to do that. I'll be part of that.
Instagram, I dedicated that to Let's Chat and Jam. So anytime you need something posted, I'll post it on my Instagram page because it's for the former guests of my show. So anytime I have a guest on my show, promotion is a given.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. I definitely gonna link up with you, bro.
Yeah, and Unfinished Business, I'll always promote this show. Definitely.
I'll be
even
definitely
after
appreciate
you stop making series.
Appreciate it. Now, man, I think next up is my partner, Gio. Gio Jackson, Detective Jackson. Y'all, y'all gonna be in for a real. If you think I'm more calm and laid back, and you say you real energetic, y'all gonna be in there tripping. Y'all gonna be in there giving great energy up. He a good dude, man. That's my man. He a good dude, man. I'm saying, shout out to Gio Jackson. You can follow him at Hustle Ambition Gio. He also has he's the owner of a clothing line called Hustle Ambition. He's doing a lot of big things. He's doing some things. He's grounded. That's my guy. That's my boy.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Well, this has been a win-win-win situation tonight.
Always.
It's been a win for you. You got to come out here, tell your story, and talk about your new film, your new show, Unfinished Business. And it's been a win for the fans because they got to hear it from you, and they don't have to read it somewhere on the internet or a blog. They heard it from you.
He's
and
on. Yeah, Mike got him everywhere. He's on like. Far as that, I don't really think he's been doing that, getting them promotion out there, because like he's ready. I think he's ready to drop it. He's just like acting like a mad scientist right now. He's just sitting in there in the room, sitting in his lab, like y'all don't know what I got next. That's my guy. Like that's the type of guy Mike is, man. I'm saying, like I said, thank you for having me. Shout out to all my cast members: London, Gio, Charlie. I think her name is. We have a new one, Tabor, a new actress, Tabor, as well as Mike Ski, my youngin from my block. He's from my block. You know what I'm saying? Ski. And everybody that's been a part of it, because I don't know everybody the other people, but we have some new people that've been added to the show, that've been added on. Shout out to everybody that's been involved like this. I'm just hoping that everybody get ready to just get our ground on it. This weather about to break. Let's just make this the summer unfinished business. Summer, spring of unfinished business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the summer of unfinished business. But anyway, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thank you. If you're watching YouTube, if you're watching this on Instagram, or if you're watching this anywhere else, thank you for checking us out. And thank you for watching the web series Unfinished Business. We do appreciate you, because without you guys, there would be no Unfinished Business or the cast of Unfinished Business. And of course, without these brothers and sisters, there would be no MC Andrew Love. So I have to say thank you for everybody around. I truly appreciate everyone. This has been a dope experience. I'm so glad to have met you. I'm so glad, man, because you're Donna Marie Teas, y'all. Go to Donna Marie Teas on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Yes,
Make
go
sure
on
they
over
follow
there.
the page.
and you get those and check that out and order some teas, man. Get some of that chocolate tea. And if you don't want it, send it to me. I'll drink it for you. Don't worry about
it. Well, yo, that's love. All right. Thanks,
yeah.
True.
Yeah. So in the meantime, brother, man, you know, be safe out there, man. Absolutely. Be safe out there. Stay away from that dang COVID, man. That thing sucks.
That thing real.
Yeah. Yeah. So wear a mask, wash your hands, and social distance.
Absolutely.
At least until we can get over the curve.
Yeah, because I don't understand with that. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's real.
Yeah,
it's real. It's real.
Yeah.
That COVID.
But it was good talking to you, man. So hey, I'll see you soon. I'll talk to you soon, man. I'd love to meet you, man. I can't wait to get this over with. That we can.
We're gonna make something happen. We're gonna bring you to Philly, man. Put you in the website. We're gonna figure it out. Man.
I love Philly, man. I love Philly. So I've been there numerous times. Did a couple of shows out there. Yeah, I love Philly, man.
Yeah,
Philly's dope.
Yeah.
All right, man. You take care of yourself, man, and we will definitely talk again soon.
Have a great night, my man. I enjoyed the experience, man. I appreciate you having me on the show. Where we're at. Thanks.
I appreciate you being here, man. I really do. And you be safe.
Man. Hi, Andrew.
Yes, peace.
Peace.
Yo, that was my man, Adam. Oh, man, that was great. Hold on, guys. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was Adam, man. That was Adam from Unfinished Business. It's a great web series, man. You got to check it out. That was Butler, Adam Butler. You got to check it out, man. So anyway, that's it. That's the end of the show. That is the end. And it's been a great episode. I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace.